Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 5 of the Battlefield Esports Roundup with me, Daskro, and Brett. Brett, how's it going?
Good, Daskro. I am got some cool news coming up. And first off, to start it out, let's talk about this tournament that we're hosting.
Yes, it's a 5v5 infantry only tournament on PC, North America versus Europe. It's hosted by Brett and myself, along with levelbf.com. It's on June 23rd. It's invite only, so guys, if you haven't got an invite for this 5v5 infantry tournament, sorry, we already have all 32 teams filled out. And I think it's going to be pretty cool. We have some of the top teams in both North America and in Europe. And what else is there on this tournament that I didn't cover, Brett?
And I tell you what, as you said, we have some of the top teams that are going to be playing that are active right now. Along with that, we have one of the biggest prize pools that you will have seen in a BF3 tournament. I'd say since BF3 has been around. And we will have more details released on that, along with a website that is hopefully going to be up within the next few days. And you will be seeing a lot of information, as well as a full trailer that's going to be released showing all the sponsors and teams that are going to be involved in this event.
Yes, we have over $1,000 in cash and prizes. Actually, I think when you add it all up, I think it's more than $2,000 at this point. We're still soliciting more sponsors and things like that, but this is going to be big, bigger than any other single tournament that I've seen. And this is all taking place over one weekend. Going to be live streamed on Twitch and then rebroadcasted on YouTube on a number of the channels that you'd come to expect from us on June 23rd. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll be having a website that's coming up online in the coming days, and also that full-length trailer. So be sure to check that out.
That's right. So in other news, we have the CEVO Season 2. It is in full swing right now. We are in preseason. The first preseason matches were last Thursday, so they are done. A few upsets, although it is preseason, so I do realize that this is going to be placement for the regular season. But, I mean, it's not like you have to win these matches. It'll just make it easier for you for your normal season. And there were a couple of upsets. I won't lie. Some teams that ended up winning that I really didn't expect to do anything. But they definitely came to win, and it was some very interesting turnouts. And I think that the second preseason game will actually have some pretty good ones also. And then going from CEVO, CGL. So CGL did end. I know in our last video we were talking about the finals, whether it would be Nexus or SA that would come out on top. And actually, they played that match that night when we recorded it. And it did turn out that Nexus won that tournament. So, SA was not able to win two back-to-back in a row. But, it was pretty interesting matchup there.
Yes, congratulations to Team Nexus winning that nice cash pool. And thanks to Cyber Gaming League for staying up this great tournament. It lasted several months, and in the end, I think it was successful. So hopefully we'll see more CGL events in the future. Moving on to the War Access playoffs. Let's talk about War Access. It's not just the playoffs. There is some controversy.
That's right, yeah. So before we get into it real quick, there was a little bit of a delay in when the playoffs were actually going to start. They were supposed to begin, I believe, 2 weeks ago. But as it turns out, a couple of the players from, I believe it was Notorious Lethality, ended up getting caught. They just ended up getting caught, and some things that they shouldn't have been doing, and they ended up getting banned. Now, I will say this. Kudos to WarXS for following through with this. They didn't give them a second chance. They did ban them, and they are now out of the tournament. So good on WarXS for following through and keeping the rules the way they're supposed to be.
It is noteworthy to mention that some of the players from NL have been organizing the War Access League itself, and so no nepotism is at play here. And so they're really taking the high road, and you got to give kudos to War Access League for playing an equal playing field across the board.
That's right. And in other news, besides the controversy, their playoffs are going to be starting. So we are going to, I'm just going to basically post up the links to the 8s and the 5s brackets. But it's going to be looking up to be pretty interesting. In the 8s, I'm looking at, we're going to have Extreme Gaming versus Noobs in War, Team Reddit versus Illusion Gamers, Dynasty Gaming versus Ass Kickers, and No Mercy GG versus Shot Docs. Now, I will say this. From playing against several of these teams and been watching them in the past, I'm going to say that No Mercy Gaming is going to have a very strong team in this matchup. I do believe that they will be able to, at the very least, make it to the finals, if not take the whole tournament itself. And then for the second bracket, we are going to be looking at the 5v5. And who are we going to have? Let's see. Next, Impetus Chili versus Noble Equality. MVP Gaming versus Invictus. That should be a good match. And then we're actually Extreme Gaming getting a bye, and then No Mercy Gaming versus Zero Talent. Exertus getting a bye, and then Ass Kickers versus Fusion. Now on this one, I'm going to say the finals are going to come down to probably. I'm going to give it to Exertus and No Mercy on this one. I think that both of those teams are, they're very strong teams. Again, No Mercy being a really good fives team that they've shown in the past. They're very consistent, so I think it'll be a pretty good one to be able to watch.
Indeed. And then moving on, remember guys, Team Warfare League is also still going as well. They have a number of different ladders for Battlefield across a number of different game types and game modes. You can check it out in the links below. And then further, if you just want to play in a few scrims here and there, remember, gamersportal.com is a great way to find scrims, especially on PC. So, with those two already taken care of, let's talk about some of the bigger events, talking about the 32 versus 32 matches. Global Conflict has just started its preseason for its new season. Two big teams fighting over a risk board. And I know that I'll be playing for the team called the UN Security Council, or UNSC. And it looks like to be a lot of fun. We're just starting preseason, so if you're interested in playing, you can sign up at the links below. And then we also, of course, have the weekly levelbf.com 32 vs 32s, which are also in full swing. What's that? Team Syndicate versus Team Drunken Sailors, or something else around those lines. They're also going quite well, but there's more Level BF events than just 32 vs 32. What are those, Brett?
That's right. So we also have the Level BF Community Pub Night. Now, this isn't just Level Community. They are the ones that are hosting it with their server and their TeamSpeak, which is why we are calling it that right now. But this is actually a community pub event that is supported by multiple teams. I mean, you have Fist, Team Reddit, you have, of course, Level, 21CW is now a part of it, Global Conflict is in talks of getting in part of it, Simtech. I mean, a lot of big community teams are now going to be showing up for this thing. It's very exciting to have a lot of these teams cooperating alongside each other to make this bigger, because I mean that's really what's going to help us out into the future, is these big communities cooperating and getting events like this going on to get more interest into the organized and competitive part of BF.
Yes. As I have myself have participated in a number of these pub nights. We've seen a lot of big YouTube names like Pwnstar and Doom49, as well as Grizzle participating in these events. Really cool to see them there. I've seen folks from nearly every major community out there. It's really cool to see all these players from different communities get together and play with each other, have a lot of fun. And moving on, though, beyond that, I have some really big news that's really exciting. I can't tell you guys everything, but hear me out. So my own content will be sort of weak for the next week or two, because I'm going to E3 in Los Angeles. And I'm going on behalf of EA. And I'm going to see Battlefield 4. And I'll tell you guys, without revealing too much, for those that are interested in esports, you will not be disappointed. I can't say anything else beyond that. But we will see esports in Battlefield 4. And I know a lot of you guys are skeptical, but you'll have to check out the live stream on Monday through Thursday, and I think a lot of it will reveal itself and be pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. I mean, this is good stuff, guys. Seriously, this kind of thing is going to really give us the chance to expand here in the future in BF4. Hopefully, they'll give us the tools to be able to do it properly. I know that Daskro and myself do a fairly decent job on what we have, but to be honest with you, we're lazy and we don't want to put that much effort into it for the next 2 years. So,
oh no, but I think we will see some really cool things that will be just what we're looking for. Now let's move on though to the Xbox and PS3 events. Talk about Frag Nation.
That's right. So Frag Nation has opened up 2 new Xbox ladders. It's going to be a 2v2 squad rush ladder, which actually sounds pretty interesting, to be honest with you. I haven't actually been a part of one or seen one played myself, but that really would take a lot of coordination on those teams' parts, a lot of teamwork. So it should be interesting to see how that one turns out. And it seems like they have quite a few teams actually in it right now. Links will be, of course, in the description down below if you guys are interested. And then we also have a 6v6, 5v5 close quarters ladder. So that's actually, I've played the close quarter maps. They are a lot of fun if you play them at standard tickets. So should be pretty interesting to see how those teams shape up. And then, of course, we have the Xbox Hardcore community, and that will also be down in the links below with all of the other Xbox links to jet ladders, weekend circuits, and pugs.
Yes, and I'll tell you guys that Conquest domination on the close quarters maps is a whole lot of fun. A lot of the PC guys have sort of discounted it and really don't like it. I think it's a lot of fun because it's a big round robin. It's so fast to cap those points. It's all about being able to very quickly react to where the enemy opponents are and capitalizing upon it. It almost feels like to me, a Sane Crossing or a Grand Bazaar, but just 20 to 30% faster. It just feels a little bit faster, and there's a lot more running around, and it's not as much about just putting bodies on a flag to hopefully get the burn, but instead getting that instant burn and then moving around accordingly. So really cool stuff.
Well,
go ahead.
To be honest with you, Daskro, I think that the PC community hasn't quite written it off just yet. It just hasn't had the right settings for it. And I'm going to say this, and this is a possibility for the future. We might be seeing the close quarter maps show up just once more in some kind of a tournament setting before BF4 comes out. Just putting that out there. It's a possibility, guys. I won't tell you anything else other than that.
All right, moving on to PlayStation 3. We have the World Nations 3 tournament for PlayStation 3. You can check it out in the links below. And if you have any other news for us for PlayStation 3, we're a bit light this week, send it our way. battlefieldreplays@gmail.com. Let us know. And then further, for you guys that have footage or would like to send us footage, you can use the Marillis Game Capture for PC, which is a free demo. You can check it out, the links below. There's a lot of options out there, OBS, XSplit, Dextory. But if you're on PC and you want ways to capture, use any of these applications and send us your perspectives on the matches and scrims you play, or even montages of these matches and scrims. You can send them in, again, to battlefieldreplays@gmail.com. So, Brett, anything else before we call this one a day? Oh, I forgot one more thing, guys. In the next Battlefield Esports Roundup episode, we will be doing some analysis on the Battlefield 4 multiplayer reveal, talking about its implications for esports, as well as my own take, having played the game in the flesh, and all of my various perspectives that I was able to get from it.
Guys, June is shaping up to be a very busy month. We do have a lot of tournaments that are going to be going on. We do have a lot of leagues, a lot of ladders that are going to be starting up, and we also have a few show matches that we're going to be playing. So if you follow Daskro and myself on our Twitch channels, you'll be able to get notifications from when we go live to be able to watch those events. So take it easy, guys, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.